What's up, future millionaires? MTI here. Now, we are days away from the animal farm officially being launched again. Now, we have been down this road before. Now, hopefully, this is the last of the delays that we are going to see because me personally, I believe the longevity and the success of this whole ecosystem depends on this launch. Why do I say that? Well, some people are going to say, Mike, what do you mean the whole ecosystem depends on this launch? This is why I say that. Well, we have all the other future developments and utilities such as the games, such as lending, such as Scratchy, such as the fiat on-ramp. All of that comes after the Animal Farm launch, and some of that makes sense to actually come out after the Animal Farm launches, such as the games and things of that nature. So if we don't get the Animal Farm launch, we don't get the other future developments and utilities of the whole ecosystem that can push us to the top, right? And so this is why I say I think the success and the longevity of the whole ecosystem depends on this launch, because we want to get back on track, for investors, for people to see that, hey, this is a serious ecosystem. At the end of the day, though, only a working product can truly tell them that. So again, I don't know, are we going to have any delays come November 1st? But hopefully, as Forex has said before, this is it. Everything is squared away with the team, the audit, everything is good. The changes, so hopefully we don't have any problems. But again, I believe the success and the longevity of this ecosystem starts with this launch and moves on to the next development and then the next development. So hopefully you guys kind of get where I'm coming from. But what I want to briefly kind of show you is there's already been a few changes made to the Animal Farm anticipating the launch for this upcoming Tuesday. I'm briefly going to show you that and break down a couple things as well that you may have questions on. Secondly, we're going to briefly look at the change, which I explained in the last video, but I just kind of want to show you in black and white on the Drip Medium article that kind of shows you the change that was made for the Animal Farm that takes out the additional drip and buys drip and adds it to the tax fall. So I want to kind of show you that's just a brief read, and then I will show you a brief update on the faucet and the garden before we get out of here. So let's briefly kind of dive into the Animal Farm first. Now, looking at the Animal Farm, we can see the current price for pigs AFP is around $121 at the time of this video. Of course, it can be higher or lower when you see this video. The current BUSD total value locked is 38.3 million. Now, as we head on over to the pools here, remember the single pools is just single staking. And remember, there used to be the dog staking, single staking here, but now they actually took it away because it is being replaced completely by the dog pound. So you can see there's no dog single staking. If you want to stake your dog singly, you're gonna have to go to the dog pound, and then you will have to choose, do you want to do the manual compounding pool or the auto compounding pool? So check out some of the previous videos where I break this down for you. And so if you look over on the farms here, this is another change that they've made. So a lot of people are asking about the multipliers because this one is 15x, 12x, and then this was is 8x and 4x. And so as he was saying, the Drip BUSD is going to have the highest multiplier. But what he's talking about here, it's going to have the highest multiplier to actually earn dogs, right? These two up here earn pigs. So the multiplier is a little bit higher on these two because these are the only two earning pigs. Now, these down here, all the other ones are going to earn dogs, as you can see. All of these are earning dogs, but the highest farm that earn dogs is going to be the Drip BUSD pool. So this is why the mechanics is set up this way. If you want to earn the most yield and earn dogs, you have to use the Drip BUSD pool. And every time someone deposits, right, this drip is being sent to the tax vault, and also drip is being purchased and bought and sent to the tax vault, which is taking drip off of the sales side, right? So let me briefly kind of go to this article and explain what they're talking about. So if you look right here, first, the multiplier for the drip farm was modified to be the highest of any non-native farm on the Dog Master Chef contract, which is why, if I go back up, these multipliers are higher because this is for pigs, not for dogs, but the highest multiplier farm for dogs will be Drip BUSD. So hopefully that makes sense for you. So as I go back down here, it talks about, secondly, the fees associated with Drip BUSD LP token will be used to buy back drip. The drip portion of the LP will be sent to the tax vault. The BUSD portion of the LP will be used to buy drip directly and send it to the tax vault. This removes drip from the sell side of the order book while adding BUSD to the buy side, having a compounded positive impact on drip price while sending up to 3x more drip to the tax vault than the initial concept. And I think this is huge because as the drip ecosystem continues to get bigger, there's going to be more people selling, right? And so this is why you want to have something in place to help keep this thing sustainable and hopefully get the token minting at a subsided level. So hopefully we can kind of stop minting, get to the level we can start taking those tokens out of supply and start lowering that supply again, because the normal token drip supply was 1 million. The now token supply is 3 million, but all 3 million tokens aren't in actual circulation. So there's a lot of different mechanics to kind of go over of that, aspect. But I just kind of wanted to talk about, I think this is huge. And I also think this is why Forex himself added this adjustment in here to make sure there's more drip going to the tax vault, because as drip gets bigger at scale, you got to think about it, there's more people going to come in. And just to be honest, there's going to be more people that don't understand the ecosystem than that do, which is going to result in what? Most likely more selling. So when you have things in place as utility and different mechanics to help kind of sustain that, I think we can see an even longer longevity of this whole ecosystem, right? And this is just kind of me kind of coming off the top of the head, kind of sharing with you my thoughts on why I think this adjustment was made in such a short time. So the last thing I want to go ahead and show you here, if we head over to the faucet, of course, we can see drip has been hovering around that $5. It's $4.95 at the time of this video. Again, it can be higher or lower when you see the video. Now we head over to the faucet here. I got around 3,444. And remember, I'm showing you guys my personal journey, what I'm doing. If you are in the faucet, do what's best for you. If you feel you need to take profits, take your profits. If you feel you need a compound, do that as well. But again, I'm not telling you what you should be doing. I'm just showing you what I'm doing, which will hopefully help you make the best decision moving forward. Rather you see a mistake from me, or rather you see a great success from me. But either way, this is put out here to help people, right? So with that being said, here's the faucet. You can currently see the current value right around 17K. And for those people that has been following the drip journey, you guys know I didn't invest this amount. I also invested at $94, and I'm actually still in profit due to compounding every day and a little dollar cost averaging. So check out the previous videos. Now, if we briefly head back over to the farm here, the animal farm, we head over to the drip garden. Just to show you how many plants I have, I got about 5.79 million plants. So I will have right around probably about 5.9 million plants tomorrow after the compound, or closer to 6 million. So just wanted to kind of give you a brief update on what's going on with the faucet, what's going on with the garden, what to expect, prior to the animal farm launch. Are we going to actually have this launch? Again, none of us really know until Tuesday actually gets here. But again, if Forex dropped this bomb and everything launches like it's supposed to come November 1st, I believe this can be the start for something big, not just for the ecosystem, but also for DeFi within itself. But again, only time will tell. And this is just my personal opinion. Nothing I say, is the end all be all. Now, the title I put for this video is I'm still compounding my drip. And the first reason why I'm still compounding is, number one, this is risk capital I put in here, which means I'm willing to take that bigger risk on the other side. The worst case scenario is, which I've already mentioned in the very first drip video I put out on YouTube, was I could lose my investment I put in, right? But what's the other side of things? I can make life-changing money, right? In the next 6 to 7 months, because that's when my max wallet would be, right? So either way, I'm going to know either I lost money or I made some pretty good money in the next 6 to 7 months. I don't have to worry about the price going up significantly. I don't have to worry about the bull market. I don't have to worry about certain different things coming up in crypto. All of this is subject to the ecosystem and how it is built, right? So this is the risk that I'm taking. And again, I'm just showing you my personal journey. You have to figure out what's best for you. If you feel you should take profits, rather you're uncertain, rather you just want to get out, whatever that is, there's no right or wrong. Do what's best for you. I'm showing you what I'm doing. Win or lose, successes or losses, right? I'm showing you what I'm doing. So like I said, the people that's following this journey, you're going to either see me lose money in Drip, or you're going to see me make a nice amount of money in Drip. But either way, you all are going to see it, and that's the beauty of this thing. So if 𝗏orex can launch this animal farm come November 1st, I believe this can be the start of something big, not for just crypto, but for DeFi as well, because I really think this ecosystem is going to make a lot of noise for other people coming in, and then you have just the future developments that can be coming out as well. So hopefully the animal farm is the start to a lot of great things that is coming, because as I mentioned at the beginning, we got the fiat on-ramp, which is going to help buy all of the other assets of the ecosystem, drip, dogs, and pigs. Then you have the lending, which will help you borrow against your faucet, right? Then you have the scratchies, you have the games, you have the new UIs, and you have all this other stuff that's going to be coming as well. So all of that utility I just mentioned is coming after the animal farm. So we really need this animal farm to be launched. We need it to be sound, we need it to be steady, and we need the button to be pushed come November 1st. Now, before we get out of here, one thing I briefly want to cover that I find very interesting. Now, there's a couple ways you can look at this. You can look at this in a negative way, or you can look at it in a positive way. But there's about 1.7 million drip tokens being held in wallets, and the total supply is about 3 million. Now, the total supply isn't the circulating supply, so remember, don't get that twisted. But if we have about 1.7 million tokens being held in wallets, right, that's not locked up, and the animal farm has been delayed, and there's been more FUD coming out and more FUD coming out, and they haven't sold their tokens. Why isn't that, right? The bad thing is when they start dumping all those tokens. But if they're still holding those tokens, they know something. What do they know? The future development of this ecosystem. So in that regard, you can look at it as a negative because there's so many tokens being held, but you can also look at it as a plus because there's so many tokens being held, when this is potentially the worst time to actually hold the drip token. So I find it very interesting, and I'm going to be watching that metric to see how that number either goes up or goes down once the animal farm is launched. So hopefully, again, we have that animal farm launch November 1st. Smash that like button on the way out, and I will catch you on the next one.